What's up, everyone? Welcome to another vlog. I've been in Sarajevo for 3 days now. I've just been trying to get settled, get into a routine. I found a dope gym called Brick Fit. I'm actually headed to the gym right now. Today, I was walking around the neighborhood just to see which neighborhoods I like. I went to Stoop. Whoever's from Sarajevo, they probably know where Stoop is. And I checked out a few other ones. Personally, my favorite is where I am right now, where my Airbnb is, which is Kosovo. The reason I like it is because it's in the middle of everything. The shopping centers, the city center. It's not the newest buildings, but to me, location is more important than just like a modern building. And then I did look at Park Residence, which is a super modern development. It's roughly like 500K, 600K for a two-bedroom. That's being built. I don't know if I can see it from here. Actually, I might be able to see it when I get closer to the gym. It's right above like this area, which I call the Bosnia favelas, because it's super like kind of ratchet and ghetto. We call it the Ciglane, which in other words is a bad way to call it a gypsy person, but a whole bunch of gypsies live there. I don't know if it is primarily the gypsies now, but to me, they probably have the best view in Sarajevo. It's just that it's kind of like outdated, and I think they could do more with that area. Because if you took that area and renovated it, I think every property would probably sell for like 500-600K. The gym's like 10-minute walk from the Airbnb. That's why I'm walking. And personally, I love walking. We did all the exploring this morning by walking. We hit 10,000 steps just this morning before even 1 p.m. Alright, to me, it's sad to drive around in a city that's walkable. Like I said, that's the biggest reason I'm actually moving out to Bosnia, just because you can walk more, you can feel more connected with the community, and it's normal to walk. I feel like in America, if you're walking, people think you're homeless or your car broke down. Here, let me show you guys. There's a really nice park over there. This one's called like Safet, and there's one above called Kemal Montano, which Kemal Montana is one of my favorite singers. Safet not so much. But apparently there's a commander that was like pretty popular with the same name. So I don't know if it was named after the singer or the commander. But either way, super nice. Here they also have a private school for people that I think are in elementary and middle school. And then there's also like a private college, which is cool because then like, I don't know, as my daughter grows up, she can just continue going to school here. And there's hookah bars, there's gym, there's grocery stores. I can walk to the mall in like 10 minutes. I can walk to the city center in like 10 minutes. Everything's around me. I feel like it's more active. Like the Stoop area is just like super far. You can take the tram, but again, you're kind of like using transportation versus just walking. And there aren't that many like people just walking in Stoop and the other areas. So to me, I want to make sure that like people are actually walking around. They're using the local areas. The local coffee shops are packed. It's not dead. All that is important to me because I don't want to move to like a dead area. That's not the goal. Yeah, maybe you can find something for cheaper, but that's not the point. And unfortunately, most of the modern places are out in the new areas, but again, I'm willing to sacrifice a modern building to be able to live in a city center. So those are the favelas I'm talking about. But you can kind of see how everything just sucks, so every apartment has its own view. I feel like if you took one of those and just put like glass in front of it, it would just be like a super open concept. You can see that some are renovated, but most are still ratchet. And there's that little like kind of tram or lift to take you up there. Like I said, it's a ratchet area, but there's a lot of potential. And you kind of have this area down here. You have like Bingo, which is a grocery store. You have a whole bunch of coffee shops. This is a super modern mosque. I didn't even know it was a mosque. Just because it doesn't look like one. But the other day during prayer, I saw a whole bunch of people in front of it. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, there's a lot of potential. Do I see myself living there? No, but right above all that, there's a hill. You still can't see it from here, but that's where the modern buildings are. And if I were to buy something in this area, it'll be up there. Otherwise, I would want something closer to the city center. But as I said, there's like people always walking around here. It is super residential. By the way, every gym has a coffee shop beside it. Ja, einmal kielich. Максимум я воду взять. Hvala. Koliko je voda?
Imate malo friždera.
Može, ali koliko je? Super. Hvala puno. Ćao.
I know why they ain't know me, so I switch plots. Now we're running out of fuel, so fuck a pit stop. I've been ballin' since a youngin', so I take shots. She just wanna fuck me cause she know I get guac. I hit the jackpot, you a mascot. I want big rocks on my wristwatch. I know why they ain't know me, so I switch plots. Now we're running out of fuel, so fuck a pit stop. Hold the wrist, I had to get the bag. Ice on my wrist, diamonds move a lag. Never switching position, that's where money be in my bag. Gotta thank God for all the shit that I got, I never had. Now that I'm in it, I got a
Workout's complete. I'm actually headed back to the Airbnb because we have our internal meeting that starts in 30 minutes. This is a good thing about being in Europe. By the time everyone else in America wakes up, you already completed everything that you needed to in that day. Could have gone, got coffee, hit the gym, go to the store, whatever you want until 3 p.m., which is 9 a.m. in Eastern time. But in this video, I want to break down why Bosnia feels like home, even though I grew up in the States. And the things like, I spent maybe 200 days in total in Bosnia of my life. I mean, I spent more time in Germany. I spent roughly 6 years in Germany. And then obviously I spent 25 years in America. So how's it possible that Bosnia feels like home, even though I didn't spend that much time here? And personally, I think it's because there's a portion of your DNA and genes that will always be relevant to where your parents are from. So if your parents have some traditions and they kind of raise you with those traditions, no matter what, those traditions will be the traditions that you look up to. And depending on what countries practice that tradition, that's where you feel at home. And if that tradition is, all about family, going out for coffee, kind of being a good person, being close with your neighbors, not being cold to the rest of the world, if that's how you were raised, that's what you end up looking for. So in America, I feel like everyone's cold. Even though people will say that Eastern Europeans and Bosnians are rude, it's just we're not faking what we feel or want to do. In America, even though people are good morning and they have a smile on their face, it's fake. And at the end of the day, sooner or later you'll pick up that it's fake. While in Bosnia, it's it's authentic. Even though someone might not always say good morning to you, they're real. And that's what I respect, and that's the type of people I want to be around. Because guess what? When shit hits the fan, I know who's real here. While in America, people could be nice to you their whole life and say, what's up, neighbor? Good morning, neighbor. This and that. And then when your car breaks down, or maybe you need a place to stay because maybe your house got flooded, then it's I don't know about that. I don't want you in my private space. So they were never truly your friend, nor a decent neighbor. So that's one true tradition or trait that I really look for in the place I live. I want to make sure that the people around me are there for me during the good and the bad. Another one is just being well versed about the whole world. I feel like in America, the whole world to Americans is America. Like, what else do Americans know? They know about the Middle East because of the conflicts and the wars. They know about Ireland. They know Italy. That's all they know. While here, you're exposed to different cultures because different people come to different countries in Europe, and you're kind of exposed to them. So if you're doing business or if you just have travelers, you meet people from Germany, from Iran, from China, from all these different places. And do these people come to America? Yes, they do, but you don't run into them as often because we're not really out there socializing. Here, when you're walking and when you're on like a bus or when you're at the gym, you kind of socialize with others because A, there aren't that many different nationalities in Bosnia, so when someone's new or different, you kind of want to meet them. And B, you're kind of like forced to mingle with them because you're kind of living life where they're kind of going out and doing things. While in America, everyone kind of has their own routine. You go to your house, you go to work, you go to Publix or whatever grocery store you go to Starbucks and drive through, you go to the gym, put your headphones on. You don't really have the opportunities to meet others. Personally, I love meeting people. I love kind of learning about different cultures. And there's a reason that people in Europe speak like 3 or 4 different languages. It's because you're kind of forced to learn it because you're exposed to these different cultures. Maybe your boss or your girlfriend or boyfriend is from Germany, so now you learn German. Maybe you're like, I don't know, maybe you have like a job that requires you to travel to Spain. Now you learn Spanish. So most people here know like 3 or 4 different languages. While in America, you only know one. And I get why, because like that's all you need to know. The rest of the world can pretty much understand English and American. But it's sad that you don't know more languages. And to me, when you're exposed to more cultures, you're just a better person. You're more versed around the whole world. You'll understand the way people think. You'll understand why they like believe different things. And my thing is like, if you're gonna socialize with people, you gotta be able to understand people. Not everything's just about like you. America's like very egocentric. It's all about like me, all about America, America, America. We're the best, we're the great. But that's not true. And if you ever, as like American, I've seen like people interact with others, they're just like naive and they don't know how to interact with different cultures. Because if someone's like, oh yeah, I drink coffee at 8 p.m. It's like, what the hell are you doing drinking coffee at 8 p.m.? Most of the time you can't even find coffee shops in America that are open past like 6 p.m. While in Bosnia and like Europe and a lot of countries overall, it's normal to go out and socialize and drink coffee and sit there for like an hour or 2 and just talk. While in the US, you just get your cup of coffee and you're on the go. Here, it's not about the coffee, it's about like socializing and kind of sitting there. I had a good professor that kind of told me that in most places, you're not buying coffee, you're buying the space. So like $3 coffee or $5 coffee or whatever, it's not about the coffee, it's the fact that you're going to sit there and you're going to socialize and you're going to do whatever you want to do, and you're truly just buying the space for $5. For me, like those things are important. And also another thing that makes me feel at home here is obviously it's my language. At the end of the day, no matter how much time I spent in America, I'm always going to be a foreigner. No matter what like I ever say that I don't agree with America, everyone's like, well, why are you here? Why don't you go back home? So no matter what, you're always going to feel like a foreigner. You're always going to feel like you're never truly supposed to be there, like you don't belong there. While here, I mean, no matter how much shit talking I do, I mean, I'm Bosnian, and they can't say like, if you don't like it here, go back to where you're from. And it's like, well, I'm from here. And the reason I say this is because like, I get that a lot. Like I share my like thoughts and ideas about like America and everything else. And everyone's like, go back to where you're from. And it's like, dude, we're all foreigners here. All just depends on when we came here. Like, did you come 20 years ago, 100 years ago, like 1,000 years ago? Things like if you're not like a Native American, you're a foreigner too. Even the Native Americans, like, they came on that land some way. They traveled, like, this whole world traveled from different locations. No one's land is like their true like homeland. And another thing is like just the food. Like when I'm feeling traditional Bosnian food, I have to go to my mom or like a family member to make it for me. Here I can literally go to any store and they have traditional Bosnian food, like grah, punje, paprike, pire, like whatever I'm feeling, that's kind of home cooking for me. I can literally go to like any store that has food and usually I can buy it. I'm about walking to my Airbnb, get ready for my meeting, and I'll see you guys later in the video. So this is the park residence I was talking about that I'm really looking into. It's for, I think, 5 buildings. That one over there is actually complete, but I can't really get to it. But the view is just crazy, so I don't get the full view because obviously I'm not all the way up there, but you can see all of Sarajevo. I just wanted to kind of see the neighborhood, see if there's anything around. It looks very residential around here, so I don't know. I just like when I can go to a coffee shop and a grocery store all within like 2-3 minutes walking. I don't see much around here, but it doesn't mean I might not buy it. So let's see. I'm supposed to meet with the agent sometime this week. You kind of see what it looks like in the picture. I'll get a drone shot for you guys as well. But yeah, I'm supposed to meet with the agent sometime this week, just to kind of see which units are still available. A lot of the good units are obviously like sold already, but I definitely want a unit on this side facing the city versus facing the mountain, which I don't really care for. Let me see if I can walk up to the finished unit. Well, it's not fully finished, but at least there's some progress on it. Yeah, that one right there is a little bit more complete. It has the windows, but still needs a lot of work. It's not supposed to be done until 2026, which is when I'm moving officially Bosnia anyways. That's why I'm not in a rush. Yeah, that's the only unfortunate part. You really do need to take a car to the city. There's a lot of stairs down to the city center. I don't know, let's see. I'm gonna talk to the agent and see if it's a good move. Again, I'm not really rushing to buy a unit. The first year I wanted to rent to just check out the neighborhoods. I mean, this, I feel like I'm never gonna lose value in it. I can always like sell it in the future or maybe rent it out. I just like it because it's very luxurious. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, like, and leave me some comments. I always like to hear your guys' thoughts. And if you're not following me on IG, follow me on IG, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.